Hello, hello. Welcome to Delmar TV. When it comes to mental health, is a concept that's really hard to understand. It is complex, a subject when it comes to it. Today, we have a special guest, nurse practitioner Marian Hirsi, who's actively in the field, is with us today. Marian, welcome to Delmar TV.
Hi, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. If I may start, what is mental health and how is it affecting our community?
Mental health is a diverse question. It is a huge aspect of our life. Mental health is a state of being okay, is ability to think, to feel, to be understand your ability and cope with life, basically. And when it comes to mental health affects a lot of people in our community. And the point is, do we even understand what mental health means in our community? And I think it is a very challenging question to answer.
My second follow-up question to that is, yes, it is very complicated subject, but what institute mental health? Yeah, I know there's uh, bipolar. It's all kind of different names that I can't really pronounce. So if you don't mind, break that down for us real quick. The
Um,
differences in within different categories.
the cases that I normally see daily in individuals who have battling with mental illness, it is variety, starting from depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, schizoaffective, schizophrenia, um, bipolar. If I said, I'm not sure, and many other ones, many other mental issues. So we can't even, gather all of them at this moment. Some people can be manic, um, you know, out of control. Some people can be depressed and flat and cannot function whatsoever.
Now, in those cases you just described, do they all require to have a sheikh when it comes to certain situations, or is it really good to have both sides, the science part of it and the Quran side?
If we're talking about our community, local community especially, I would say Quran helps 100%, and you can use Quran for anything, for God's will. However, you also need a treatment. The person can have a treatment. The person can come down and be a kind of little bit normal level when Quran comes to, and you can continue Quran forever. However, I would say that we need both.
When it comes to the perception of as a community, the way we have it, we see it as a taboo, but it's something that happens in an everyday person. Can you talk about that?
Yes. Mental health in our community, it is absolutely a ridiculous, honestly, and it is a heartbreaking to see that. And the problem is nobody wants to admit it, that loved one have a any taboo or any no one will accept in our community that their people or their daughter or son is mentally ill. So it is something that really blows in my mind, that like how we treated mental health. To be honest with you, if I don't eat for 5 days and don't sleep, I mean, you're not going to be in your right mind.
Right.
So basically, you can break down, and you can require a doctor or treatment. And when a person becomes mentally ill, the first thing that they do is they neglect themselves. They will not eat well, they will not sleep, they will not take medications if they normally used to take. So when the person reaches that level, I mean, is done. And us as Somalis, especially, or our communities, honestly, we don't look at it that way. Some people will run to like Quran, which is perfectly good, but does the only the Quran itself can help the person? Maybe in order even the person to sit down and the Quran can be performed, can they sit okay? No, but that doesn't happen at all. Sometimes they're like the person can be a manic in manic stage, and they might require medications.
That is true. And unfortunately, we're in a society where every 4 people, there's one person on medication, which is a normal thing. You might see a professor, a doctor, a pilot who's on meds, which is really not in this society. It's advanced society, which is they perceive as a normal thing. And it's for us, we unfortunately, because of this culture clash, there's a lot of anxiety and it creates a lot of issues within ourselves, and sometimes we sort of isolate ourselves in those situations. It creates this kind of nervous, and at the end of the day it requires to have meds and to have maybe or to be on the right doctors who understand the science, who can pick on it like yourself. What are the biggest mental health related challenges or barriers that in our community you think that is facing since you are in the field?
Well, number one is what I noticed for the past 7 years, honestly, is that when I see a Somali person, let's say, in the facility where I normally work, everybody who sees them are like, if they see a Somali person, they're scared. Even like the employees at the hospital, because this person might not had a treatment for a year, 2 years, 3 years. The other people that we see throughout the community that who come for a treatment, they might be off of their medication for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So imagine someone who even never took medications or never been to the hospital, or someone who's brand new, just didn't take her or his medication for a couple of days or a week. It's not the same. So when person from our community comes to the hospital, it is extremely scary situation. Honestly, they fight, they will not stop, you can't even stop them. It requires even restraint and medications and a lot of help compared to the other people.
But when it comes to as Somali person who's in that institution, if they see a Somali person, isn't it supposed to be the other way around? Run to that Somali person, express your feelings to that person.
No.
What happened to that?
Not at all. When people see me, they literally shut down and they walk away. If they're Somalis, they don't even want to see me. They will lock their rooms, they will go away, they will walk away. And the reason that is, I guess, is because they don't wanted someone who came from the community to go back to the community and say, oh, by the way, I saw so and so. And yeah, they were sick or this and that. To me, honestly, that's not the philosophy, and that's why we have a HIPAA, actually. Who protect the people. Even like in other people throughout the community, when I see them on the streets or even a restaurant or a mall, I totally turn around and ignore them. Not that I'm ignoring, it's just that I don't want that person to feel a certain way. So I turn around and just go away and disappear. So I can understand how Somali person sees me when they see me, and 99% of them don't talk to me.
It goes back to that taboo thing.
Yes.
And I think as a community, we really got to educate ourselves. Like professionals like yourself have to have some sort of open dialogue for the community and educate. And unfortunately, every family somehow, somewhere is facing this issue. It's not an isolated situation. I don't know if I'm aware of if we have any mental health resources that's available to us. Is there a mental health resources available to our community?
Not specifically, not a specific community.
I
Mental
mean,
health.
what I mean by that is, product that's been translated, product where, or services where maybe they can go to experts like yourself or other doctors specifically that's tailored for the mental health.
I'm not aware of that, but however, I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. All I know is that we refer people when they leave in our facility to outpatient psychiatrists where they can follow up. For example, like Southeast Mental Health, North Central, so they can go those places, and we like nobody leaves the facility unless they have appointment. So it's up to them, though, to follow up with that, appointment and to see their regular psychiatrist. However, does that happen most of the time? No. So when the person leaves our facility, God knows where they go. So I'm not saying nobody does it, but a lot of
Unless they have a strong support system.
exactly, which is actually a lot of the people that we see on our facilities, they don't have that support. They burn out their bridges, they burn out their relatives and friends, families, all of that. So it is a few people who have some kind of support.
Finally, what is your message for our community who are unfortunately suffering quietly?
I am heartbreaking, honestly, and I wish that we can do more, and I wish that we can raise awareness and initiate something, and that our community understands mental illness. And I do have individuals that I know that who went sheikh, who like had a Quran, but at the same time, I told them, you need to go to the hospital, you need to do this, you need to do that. You can have both. Nothing is stopping you. And a lot of the people have this misconception of psych medication will kill the person or will make the person, not functioning at all. Well, there is a way around, because every individual that we serve, most of them work, have a families, have a jobs, and they function throughout the community, and they do take their medications. However, it depends on the individual's body. It depends on the individual combination of medication that work for them. I'm not saying same medication will work me or you, will work for everybody. No, each individual is unique, and there is a combination of medication that work for them. And can they achieve that at the first time? No, it might take for years for that person to find the right combination of medication.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So people can have a treatment from a hospital or from their physician, and they can have the Quran too. So I'm 100% for it, for the Quran.
Wow. Well, the viewers, that's Maria, nurse practitioner Marian Hirsi. Marian, we truly do appreciate your expertise and your time. And the second part that I want to close with the show is that unfortunately, this is spreading like a wildfire, and we as a community, we have very little information, and I believe everyone has a role to play, which is to educate from all of us from this situation, because sooner or later we might face it, and it's like I said, it's an ongoing situation. It's a new to us as a community, but based on the stress that we face every day through life, I'm sure somehow down the road we all face a similar situation, or might see it. It might affect us directly, whether it's a family member or a close friend. That'll be all tonight. Thank you for watching Delmar TV.